everyone. Welcome to Western Sydney Nursing Home in Service. I'm Jusana Sake, one of the educators here at Western Sydney Nursing Home. In today's presentation, we will talk about the adaptation during COVID-19 pandemic, ethical challenges faced by palliative care nurses, and the importance of communication. So let's begin our presentation. Firstly, I would like to talk about adaptations of palliative care during COVID-19 pandemic. The main aim of Western Sydney Nursing Home is to address physical, social, cultural, and spiritual needs of palliative patients. However, during the pandemic, Western Sydney Nursing Home faced many challenges to meet the needs and to provide safe and quality patient care. During pandemic, family members were extremely sad and frustrated because they couldn't meet their loved ones or say final goodbye while dying because of implementation of social distancing and isolation rule. So, in considering the importance of family-centered care in palliative care, Western Sydney Nursing Home adopted telehealth service where palliative patients connected with their family members through phone or video calls without being infected by the COVID-19 virus, making them feel less isolated and comfortable in the presence of their loved ones. In addition, Western Sydney Nursing Home made virtual counseling and support would available to stress family members and patients, where they were able to participate in family meetings and advanced care planning raise their issues and concerns, which build trust among patients, families, and care provider. Western Sydney Nursing Home also adopted the use of PPE to prevent transmission of viruses among patients and staff as per Australian government guidelines on infection control and prevention. 1.5-meter physical distance measure will also adopted and visitor access to and within the facility was restricted regardless the visitor receive a COVID-19 vaccination. So let's move on to next slide. Here we will look at ethical challenges faced by palliative care nurse during pandemic. So one of the ethical challenges faced by nurses is staff shortage. Staff shortage had a significant effect on nurses patient ratios. Palliative nurses were physically and mentally drained by increased workload and working long hours due to staff shortage, which impacted the quality of care received by residents. In addition to meeting patient basic needs, nurses had to provide emotional support to isolated patients, deal with their families, and stay updated on government health policy, which causes them distress. So while we connect this scenario with the bioethical principle, non-malfeasance means doing no harm to patient. However, staff shortage during the pandemic directly impacted patient care and health outcome of Western Sydney nursing home residents, and nurses had more workload and could not care promptly. Hence, it violates the bioethical principle of non-malfeasance. Furthermore, when we look at the International Counseling of Nurses Code of Ethics 3.4, it states that nurses professional organization must cultivate a good workplace where nurses can provide high quality care on time while protecting their safety and the safety of their patient. However, during short staff and busy environment, Western Sydney Nursing Home could not provide safe and timely care to patients during COVID. In this slide, we'll talk about the importance of communication in palliative care during COVID-19. In palliative care setting, it is essential to have open communication with both patients and family members. It helps to build connection and create trust and understanding between the health providers, families, and patients. With effective communication, the holistic needs of patients are met. Communicating effectively with patients and family members and involving them in care allow healthcare provider to understand their needs, goals, and concern, provide health information, and provide support during needs. During a pandemic, the uses of PPE and social distancing interrupt communication with patients, so Western Sydney Nursing Home staff wore an ID pad that displayed their pictures, name, and position. This allows patients to identify staff and helps to build connection. In Western Sydney Nursing Home, patients and families communicate with each other via phone calls, video chat, or recorded messages to support their loved ones through the changes. Similarly, Western Sydney Nursing Home scheduled online meeting with families where patients' health information was provided and questions raised by family members were answered. Western Sydney Nursing Home also made family visiting policies available through emails, newsletters, and Western Sydney Nursing Home web page. So, to conclude this presentation, palliative care nurses must have a good communication skill and the ability to adapt to the changing environment and provide quality patient care. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.